Good morning, Web Spider. Today's Thursday. It is May 11th, and I forgot to do birthdays yesterday. So I apologize to Mr. Andrew Crouch because he had a birthday for Mrs. Taylor's room. Andrew Crouch, come see me for a birthday backpack charm, and I'm sorry I didn't announce birthdays yesterday. We do have a couple birthdays in the web today, so happy birthday to Lily McGrath, who is in Mrs. Taylor's class, and happy birthday to Aristotle Zellers, who's in Mrs. McGuire's class. Aristotle, I got to see you this morning for a long time, and I didn't even know it was your birthday. You should have said something. Should have spoke up. We also have a staff birthday today, Mrs. Andrews' birthday. So if you see her today, make sure you wish her a happy, happy, happy birthday. Just a reminder, Mrs. Clendenning is out for the next 2 days at a counselor's conference, and Mr. Hessman is occupied both mornings. Try to get breaks outside your door in your classroom if you can. Call me and I'll help when available. There's a couple case conferences and things scheduled. So there may not be a person available unless it's an emergency. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I have my friend Danica here today. Danica has a special announcement for us, I think.
Do you know what a solar eclipse is? It's when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun. On August 21st, we will experience a total solar eclipse. The problem is you have to wear special solar glasses so your eyes don't get damaged. We'd like to buy a pair of these special glasses for every student at Webb for our solar eclipse viewing party next year. To raise money to purchase these, we will be selling candygrams next week. That will be delivered on the last day of school. Each candygram is 25 cents, and they look like this.
Ooh. Now, the solar eclipse is actually going to take place when we start school next year, okay? It's August 21st. Sorry about that. But we have to order the glasses this summer. I mean, if we waited till August to do a candygram sale, we wouldn't get the glasses in time for the solar eclipse. And we're going to have a solar eclipse party that day, and we're all going to be able to view the solar eclipse, but you have to have the protective sunglasses on so you don't hurt your eyes, okay? So when are we selling these?
Next week.
Next week, every day next week. Will Helping Hands come around and sell them in the classrooms like they have in the past? And we'll deliver them on the last day of school. Pretty awesome.
What we get to do today?
What?
We get to show the third graders a little slideshow of what we've done this year.
That is exciting.
We actually wrote it all.
Very cool. I'm very proud of you.
And then it says, "Have a sweet summer" on it.
Awesome. Way to be leaders, fourth grade. Very proud of you. Just a reminder, tonight is our drive-in reading night. So all you have to do is pull up in your car at 5:30, and we will serve you up some books to read with your family. And when you're finished for the evening, you can come up to the front doors and grab a brand new book to take home with you. So it's pretty exciting. The drive-in reading night's a tradition at Webb Elementary, and it's a lot of fun. Immediately following the drive-in reading, though, is our PTO meeting. So parents, if you want to stay for that, remind your parents to stay for that. And kids, you can stay and play in the gym. We have babysitting available. And sometimes they take you outside to the playground. So we just make sure that they're high school students. They come and help us just entertain you while your parents attend a meeting. So there's a couple opportunities for fun tonight, but we really want you to come to drive-in reading so that we can serve you up some books. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. My brother's looking forward to it.
Let's talk about responsibility for just a second. Let's talk about a consequence. Remember, responsibility is just doing something you're expected to do, right? So if you don't do something you're expected to do, sometimes you have a consequence. Consequence can also kind of be called a punishment. A consequence is a result or an outcome of our actions. Consequences can be positive, good, or negative, not good. For example, if you're supposed to do your chores by Sunday at 5 and you get them done, the consequence of your actions is that your parents are happy and maybe you get allowance or a special treat. Another example is if you leave your bike behind your dad's car and he doesn't see it and runs over it, the consequence of your action is bad because your bike is now ruined. Does that make sense? It did? Oh, no. So consequences can be good or bad, depending on your actions, right? So if you make good choices, there are good consequences. Do you ever get dollars in your classroom from your teachers?
Yeah.
So that's a consequence for good choices, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get minutes taken away at recess? That's a consequence for bad choices. Does that make sense? Not being responsible. And again, responsibility is doing what you're expected to do. So if you're getting minutes, you are not doing what you're expected to do. Are you?
No.
Got to be responsible for your words and your actions. Make sense? Well, Danica seems to be my only helper today. So, Danica, can we do the pledge, you think?
Yeah.
Go ahead and stand up and push your chair in, and we'll have a moment of silence, and then I'll hand the flag to Danica. Here's your flag, ma'am.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nice job. Nice job, especially because it's not always easy to be by yourself. So I don't know what happened to Mrs. Taylor's helpers today, but I'm glad Danica's here. So thank you for helping me. She was so responsible. She was already waiting in the office to do her special announcement before Aiden got in for buses. So you were being very responsible today, weren't you?
I don't know.
I think you were. Here's the creed. Ready? Here we go.
I'm a member of the Webb family.
I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. Make it a great day in the Webb. Make sure that you are responsible and the consequences for your actions are positive or good consequences. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you don't want people getting minutes and stuff.
Right. And now let me give one serious message before we're done for the day. Love the Hug Patrol. Love that you guys are going to see former teachers in the morning and stopping by the office. But let me tell you something I don't love about it. I don't want it to have to end, okay? So let me give you a couple warnings. If you go into the office to say good morning to our secretaries, that's an office. Phones are ringing, parents are coming in. You have to conduct yourself responsibly by keeping quiet voices and having a demeanor that is office-like. Do not pick up anything off of our secretaries' desks and play with them. Come in, say hello, give a hug if you want to, and go on your way. 2, once you've entered our building, you have to stay in our building. That's how we keep you safe. So if you want to give a hug to someone who's outside the building, you're going to have to wait till they come inside. Okay? So that's 2. And 3, I trust you to be wherever you are in the building because you're using walking feet and quiet voices, and you're not having anyone have to remind you how to behave appropriately. Does that make sense? I expect you to act responsibly if you're going around saying hello to people in the morning. And as long as you guys do that, we'll keep doing it. If it continues the way it's been the last few days, we may have to put a stop to it, and that would make me really sad. It would empty my bucket in back because I love seeing so many of you students in the morning and getting hugs and saying hello. Okay, so that was my serious message. Tamp it down a little bit. Keep yourself under control. Okay, make it a great day in the Webb. Make sure you are
Doing it right.